Hello all, it's James Johnson, aka Sulfur Blade. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the very first episode of Arms Trade Tycoon. As you can hear, there is some rather loud and hopefully it won't get me a copyright type music going on. But I wanted to actually get this portion of the game in the video. That is the whole early access splash screen. I think it's important that people coming into this game realize that this is a game in early access. It's not finished. Currently, and unfortunately, I'm noticing that there's review bombing going on the Steam page for this amazingly awesome and great and fun game that doesn't deserve to be review bombed by a section of entitled individuals who seem to think a video game can be made at the snap of a finger. It doesn't work that way. They think the price is too high. The price is just fine. There's nothing wrong with the price. There's nothing wrong with the amount of content. The demo wasn't really all that long ago if you think about it in development terms. So get over your fucking entitlements and stop review bombing an amazingly fun game. With that being said, let's jump in and figure out how to lower this music and get on with the show. Alright. Certainly. Well, we'll go with entrepreneur. Maybe the music is just for the loading up the game sequence of things. Kind of odd that there's no settings panel there. Alright, James Johnson. And our company is JJ JJ Arms Foundry? Sure. Alright, what do we got here? We have Tanks Corps formed. Acknowledge the importance of tanks. The High Command has decided to separate all future tanks regiments from the machine gun corps, assign them to a dedicated military branch with the official name of Tank Corps. Currently, there is one tank regiment under formation, and you can expect a new tank contract to be announced soon. Really, there's got to be something I can do about this music. Here we got settings. Yeah, I'm not sure if the music is going to cause a copyright strike. Well, it would have already done so, and this whole video will have to be taken down because there's no way I can patch the amount of music that's already played. So we'll leave it on. Okay, everything else looks fine, I think. Sure. Alright, the game has changed a bit since the demo. There are some changes that I'm not a fan of, per se. And there's... no. Pause. Sorry. There are some things that I do like. But we'll get into that as they show up. Right now we're starting with a limited amount of funds. And we have... probably need to start designing our first tank and manufacturing it to start generating some funds. Now I gotta remember how to do all that. Test drive, proving grounds, warehouse, production, design. Alright, here's the Mark 1. Let's get what engine we have into it, what tracks we have on it. The male sponson, 6-pounder, 6-pounder, and Lewis machine gun. Okay, nothing here has been changed. This is as stock as the Mark 1 comes, and that's fine. We just need to start producing some tanks, getting them out the door. The sooner we can produce the tanks and have them ready, the better for when a contract comes in. So it allows you more leverage to negotiate with. If you can ship a tank to the target faster. So if you can lower the time that they're waiting on the tank, you can increase the price. So you can make a crappier tank if you've already pre-produced it. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to assign this before finishing the design. Ensure that, the crew. We have to assign the crew. And how do I select a crew? Here we are. So that symbol there, the binocular symbol, means that you can put a commander in the slot, and that's the only slot right here that has the commander capacity. Can't talk, so we're going to throw a commander in there. So this has a driver icon, and it's the only slot that seems to have the driver icon, so we're going to put a driver in. If I can find a driver. Alright, where's the drivers? Yeah. Where are the drivers? Do I not need a driver? No, I need a driver. Where are they? Well, crapola. Okay, well, we'll skip that for now, I guess. Wait, now there's a... Alright, driver it is. I must not have clicked on it. It's gonna highlight, I guess, what it thinks the spot should need without having to... How many gunners do we need? Gunner 1. Gunner 2. Alright. Loader. Loader. Mechanic. Mechanic. And then we want a gunner mechanic. That fills all of our requirements pretty much, with the exception of the commander being slightly not there. You can notice that we have a lot of flaws. And these are just things we're going to have to deal with for now, but we can run this tank around the test track to figure out what these flaws are. And then we can use money to kind of not completely fix them, but make them less severe. Okay, Mark 1, Mark 1. I didn't really rename it, but that's fine. I'm happy with the naming convention at this point, because it really is the Mark 1 of the Mark 1s. So we are done here. Let's exit out and get over to research, production. So the game's changed a bit since I played it on the demo. I'm going to be faffing about here a bit, trying to get my bearings. So we got 3 different things that we can research under. Structure, firepower, and mobility. I tend to be a fan of mobility, if I have to be completely honest. But what's going to give us the most bang for our buck immediately? So this twin engine, I think, is a 4-cylinder twin engine, which is the low pass running gear again is going to be for the Whippet. So this is Whippet. Improved high passes for the Mark 1. Better machine gun will work for everybody. Better steel, obviously, but that's going to make things cost more to produce. It's going to cut into our budget, but it's going to make the people we're doing the tanks for more impressed with our tanks, so we're going to have a better chance of getting the contract. It's sounding to me like the machine gun is going to be the thing that's going to be most useful across the board for all the different tanks I'm going to be building. So we're going to start with the machine gun. Alright, so machine gun is researching. Yeah, not really where I want to go. How do I get back out just to the map? HQ, command center, news, achievements, factory grounds. Yeah, here we are. So again, we don't have a lot of money. We do have 30 engineers. So we should probably be designing something in the engineering workshop. Or we're paying people to sit around and do nothing. Okay, it's not design, it should be under test drive, warehouse, design, versus engineering. We might not know anything to make these things better. Anyway, we can... No, literally we don't know anything to modify any components we currently have to make them at all better. I could fire some engineers, but I don't want to be doing a lot of hiring and firing. Is there a way to know how many people we're currently employing at the production hall? We have 240 idle workers at the production hall. I'm just going to deal with it. We're going to start the time. That should be progressing the time. Yeah. And if we go ×2, following the early success of tanks on the battlefield, the High Command is ready to form additional tank regiments for the ongoing effort. Make sure to invest in your manufacturing capabilities to keep up with rising demand. Literally have 31 days there. We've got 24 days on the research. Am I going to build something here? The fire station? It is 90 grand. We have enough to afford this, I believe. So we're going to build this. And another thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the warehouse, the shipping warehouse, we're going to order us some resources. This is not where I thought I was going. So this is to ship tanks out. Resource storage. There we go. So the cheapest resources in the game come from Africa, I believe. But there's only a small amount available. Oceania has 9,000. Africa has 9,000. Interesting. Okay, what's the difference between Oceania and Africa? So we've got reliability is medium. Africa is low. Africa takes 14 days. Oceania only takes 7 days. We've got 2 for iron. 2 for iron. 3 at medium carbon. 3 at medium carbon. 4 on the rubber. 2 on the rubber. So Africa has better rubber. This high carbon steel? The high carbon steel is cheaper in Oceania. That's interesting. Okay, so they've changed this a little bit from what I watched of YouTubers on early access. And I think I like the changes because before Oceania really wasn't being ordered by anybody. There was no reason for it. But now that Oceania is competing on a couple of categories with Africa to be the lowest group, so high carbon steel is really the Oceania thing. So we're gonna order that. We're going to order the iron because the iron is the same price either way. And medium carbon steel was the same price either way, right? Just want to get a big order of steel. I'm not sure if I'm going to need the medium carbon or not. Okay, what's the price of this order? Glass. Iron is 2. Glass is 3. High carbon is 4. Wait, no, glass is 3. Glass is cheaper. Yeah, glass is cheaper. 2, 3, 2. 2, 3, 4. I'm almost making a bad move here. Is this glass I'm ordering? This is the rubber. So iron, medium carbon, rubber, high carbon. High carbon at 4. No, I don't want to do this. Let's go to Africa. I'll order Africa's rubber. High carbon steel is the same price either way, right? 2, 3, 2, 4. 2, 3, 2, 4. 2, 3, 2, 4. So yeah, it's cheaper in Africa if we're not ordering the glass. That's fine. Signing the order. And we got 17 days on that. Back to the factory grounds. Sorry guys, I know I'm faffing about it here a little bit, but we'll get the game going. Don't forget to invest in new component development and modifications. If you haven't already, stop by the Research Bureau and start a new research project. I have. Thank you for taking me somewhere I've already done. Did the game pause? Did. Following recent government announcements, we should increase our production capacity in order to be ready to mass produce our tanks. Stop by the production hall and begin building the sub-assembly line and the riveting workshop to increase our production capacity. I don't think I want to do that. I'm happy with their slow production capacity, thank you. I mean, I guess I could look at it. Improve production processes by breaking the entire manufacturing cycle into smaller separate phases for individual components. Tooling line, recycle line, cutting hall, hardening hall, rolling hall, welding hall, casting hall, riveting hall, rifling hall, milling hall, bending hall. More employees per line actually sounds like the best thing here. But again, this increases our maintenance cost, and we don't have much money till we start getting tanks out the door. So we're not going to build any specialty buildings quite yet. And if we do, it's going to be on research first. We're increasing our operations, and the risk of fire is growing more significant. I already did that. The fire station is already under construction. Thank you. The Holt Manufacturing Company. As the war begins, nations struggle to send supplies to the front, and machine gun thus become a significant problem. To resolve this issue, Britain has already entered into talks to apply the potential of Caterpillar tracks to the battlefield. First Lord of the Admiralty, Sir Winston Churchill, is negotiating with the Committee for Imperial Defense to form a landship committee to break a soon-to-develop stalemate. Can these radical ideas truly change the current nature of our warfare? Why, yes. Yes, they can. New resources have arrived. Excellent. You know what? I'm gonna order more. You can never have enough resources. Cheap resources, that is. I want the cheapest resources available. And so you have to order ahead of time. Where was that? Resource storage. Here we are. We're gonna go back to Africa again. 9,000. 11,600. Rubber 10,800. 0. Probably gonna end up with more rubber than I really need. Not enough warehouse capacity. I see. Okay, well, delete the high carbon seal, delete the rubber. We'll just order these two. Research completed. So now we have a new machine gun that we can... Yeah, I want to click on these buildings to get to where I want to go. I don't like having to click up here to get where I want to go. Maybe here? Okay, that's better. Let's start it on this engine. Now then we can hop over to engineering. We can recreate that machine gun now. Here we are. The Hotchkiss. Wait, there's a... What is this? I am slightly confused. It's already designed. I just researched it. Well, evidently I don't have to redesign that. Strange. Alright. So they've cut out some of the things you used to have to do here. Not sure how I feel about that. I suppose it streamlines the process when you have a lot of things that you're needing to research. And if you have created a machine gun, it would make sense that you know how to put it together, I suppose. William Triton is available for hire. Your company's reputation is increasing as a result. New top executives has offered his services and is now available for hire at the administration building. Okay. Let's hire the... There are currently no free administrators available. It just... News... Achievements... Unpause. Are you available now? Right. False alarm. Don't forget to visit the engineering bureau to oversee in person the creation of new tank components from blueprints. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. The Mark 1 is complete. So now that this is done, we can go to the Proving Grounds? Yes. The Mark 1. We're going to test that out. It's going to take 20 days. Is Sky available yet? Yeah. What was that pop-up all about? I don't even know. Information available on ongoing contracts, achievements, HQ report, global map, administration. There he is. Assembly focus, workers per line, delivery focus, supply time focus. So 2 things for the warehouse, 2 things for the factory. Going to hire him, and we'll probably throw him in the factory. Have you ever tried driving your own tank? If you haven't already, go to the text drive and give it a shot. Driving your own tank design is a one-of-a-kind experience. Appreciate it, buddy. New administrator has arrived. Here we go. So our production hall will be ready when the Mark 1 finishes all of its test driving. We'll start rolling those off the line immediately. New resources have arrived. Excellent. Okay, we've completed the twin engine research. New tank revealed. According to trustworthy sources, William Foster Company has just completed a new design of the Vanguard tank, codenamed Hector Mark 1. Expect fierce competition from the upcoming contracts. Alright, over to the Research Bureau. Gonna go with the low pass running gear. Start spreading the word. We're leaving today. We might be able to create a new engine monstrosity now that we have 2 engines unlocked. Engineering. So the Daimler 6-cylinder is what we're currently using in our Mark 1. Can we use parts from the Tyler twin 4-cylinder to, well, make it better? Alright. This is lighter. More agility. More cross-country speed. Less volume. More road speed. More power. Less man hours. Less cost. You know, I think this is a no-brainer. Okay, so I'm going to need to make a new design of this. Click here, click that, there we go. Okay, radiator Mark 1 compared to Mark 2. Crew comfort, less weight, less mass, more operating range, more power per unit. Anything here? A carburetor. Increases road speed, cross-country speed, power per unit. Side brakes. Stealth, stealth, obstacle slope, agility and trench breath, agility and trench breath. Yeah, again, it seems to be just straight up better. Cheaper, less man hour, less cost. Alright, flywheel Mark 2. So We will save this, I suppose, as the Daimler 6-cylinder Mark II draft. And now I need to put that together in design. Components. Create design. How do I get to the engine? Doing something wrong here. Administration, research, engineering, production, warehouse. It's got to be under engineering. Okay, so where is that engine? Okay, we have a draft. Assign. There we go. Okay, yeah. Bonehead, I know. Sorry about that, guys. You're probably screaming at this screen. I'll get the hang of it. Okay, the company appears to be doing well, but you need to delegate parts of your burden to some capable top executives. Don't forget to check for available managers in the administration office. Why, thank you. Maybe I should check the administration office. Maybe he was... No, just him. Okay. Four, 3, 2, 1. Engineering complete. Daimler Knight 6-cylinder Mark II. Excellent. And now we can use it in a future design. However, that's just one upgrade. The engine is a fairly important upgrade, but I don't think I'm ready to make a whole new tank design yet out of it. We do have the upgraded machine gun. So there's two things, really. The new engine, the upgraded machine gun. What's researching right now? Whippet running gear. That's not going to help the Mark 1. Maybe I should have gone with the rolled homogeneous steel. It's fine. It is what it is. Tank trials complete. Okay, so now that the tank trials are complete, we can go to the design bureau somehow. Go to the Mark 1 and fix these issues. Amend. 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 And scroll down, make sure that you're getting them all. And amend. Okay, now that we've amended everything, I think it's time to test drive the Mark I ourselves. I think there's some sort of buff or something that happens if you do it yourself. Reputation buff, maybe? Okay, start. I've never test-driven a tank in this game before, so who knows what's going to happen. Well, it's driving all right. I think we'll probably want the machine gun. There's bad guys ahead. It's a little underpowered. That was to be expected, though. Alright, Hotchkiss. Is it dead? Yeah, it's dead. Back to the machine gun, maybe? Oh, there's a tank over there. It should be dead. Uh-oh. Might have made a boo-boo. There we go, we got them all. Now we just need to get out of this hole. That might be easier said than done. Really? Another trench, huh? I don't remember seeing this trench in videos. Get over it. There we go. We're almost to the end, I believe. And to the finish line. Oh. Mission complete. Soft targets, hard targets, total score 305. Exceptional performance. Great. So we got our buff for the tank. Now we can start producing them. Process line. On Mark 1. Go with 30. So this is our very first production, our first run of tanks assigned. We're running off 30 Mark 1s. They'll be done in 91 days. We haven't even gotten a contract yet, but that's fine because these guys will be ready to go out the door when the contract comes in. And then, with that being said, we're going to go to, where are we looking at? Resource storage, and start replenishing the resources we just used. 9,000. Sign order. Alright, so we have essentially designed our first tank, the Mark 1 Mark 1. We've sent it through the proving grounds. We've test driven it. We now have it on the production hall line to mass produce 30 of the original beasts, and we have ordered replacement resources to start making their way in for future productions. We are set. We're ready to go. We are golden. Anyway, I am gonna wrap up this first episode right here, as I think it's a good spot to wrap it up. We've done the Mark 1. We've accomplished the Mark 1. All that's left to do is to put the Mark 1 into a contract. I am James Johnson, aka Softblit. I hope you're enjoying this game that I have been anticipating and looking forward to and waiting for as much as I am. Anyway, if you are, please smash that like button, consider subscribing, and until next time all, peace.